sidestep there is that I knew you weren't going to play. You know as well as I do that that's +2 right there.
Right. Yeah.
And so I knew he wasn't just going to bite on it, and it would be a waste of my heat in order to do that. So I gave you a little opportunity to move or do something that wasn't really there for you, if that makes any sense. Like, it was like an idea. Like, worst case scenario, you block it on +2 again, right? So It worked out. Cancel. Good duck. I try to do the same to you. One thing I've noticed here is that you're a little bit afraid to take your frames. And like +5 right here, you use it to start a wave dash mix, or at least wave dash in, or like get in, whatever. And that's fine, but you also need to think about what stresses an opponent out too, right? Like for me, you'll see I start fighting back after your electrics, just because I know you weren't doing anything after them that would have like actively like took health away from me. What I like to do after electrics especially is, let me see if I can take control here. No, so let me take control. Come on. Isn't like, yeah. So like, what I like to do, well, is that okay?
Okay, great.
That didn't really work. Okay. Anyways, the idea is I like to do down 4 after first interaction electrics a lot. I feel like it really helps stress the opponent out and say, hey, I gotta at least move or do something after an electric, right? And then that's where I start throwing out the back forward 2 1s, back forward 2 3s, because it tracks so well. You know, like anything, like getting damage off an electric in any context, even on block, is kind of the goal. Because now I can't just block them and like let the situation reset. Now every time I block an electric, I'm scared of what's gonna come next, right? So just food for thought.
I never thought about down 4 after electric. I knew the
really handy.
The back forward 2 3 and the back 2 1 track.
Oh, for sure. I was just responding to what you said, but it's really handy to do that because like I do that when I'm like pissed at ranked and I just want the game to be over and to get my points. I'd like do electric into back forward 2 3 over and over and over and over and over and over again, and no, it never bites because, to be honest, the opponent can just stand and let them, instead of +5, now they're instead of +5 in their face, I'm -9 in their face, which is way worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you need something that makes them want to interact with it beyond just standing. And down 4, down back 4, down 2, if you're feeling crazy, are all really good options.
Okay.
This is just me trying to throw hitboxes out, do some damage. I just want to end it. But at the same time, because I have this health lead, you can see when you try to fight back, I can see what you're doing here, and it's a good idea generally speaking, but when you're low health, like, I'm not going to interact, right? Like, why would I, like, try to, like, interact with, like, counter hits? Why would I try to duck low? Any low you can do here is not going to kill me. Any mid you can get off here with me just standing is not going to be too intense, and so I'm just kind of waiting for it to go out, right? I power crush here because I figured, oh, big plus frame move, he's probably going to want to use plus frames, you know? And, you know, if it doesn't work out for me, I just get, what, a -13 punish, we're fine.
The reason why I even did it in the first place was just to see whether you would actually power crush there.
And I was like, oh shit, delay. You know, I delayed the timing because something that you've been good at so far is not doing constant immediate timing. But as a result, you know, there's a downside to everything, and one of them is that'll happen. Alright. Down 4. Good backing up. Caught me with that. Swag style. Happens. Combo goes down. Also happens. Good. That was a fucked electric, but hey, it worked out. See? Now I'm a little bit more comfortable because you don't do much after electrics. You're good at getting them, but, you know, I was like, I remember that you did something that wasn't just throwing out a move, so I was like, what if I just catch him moving? Didn't quite work out, but that was the logic there, at least.
Right, yeah. And that's on me to recognize you're actually trying to catch my movement there.
100%.
Yeah.
And, like, now that I'm doing stuff after electric, now you can actually start using those +5 frames, right? You can start jabbing, poking, down forward 1, anything small that will interrupt anything I'll do, right?
Right.
But yeah, that was game 1, and I was like, okay, so I kind of got your timing on your frames off, and I think after that you'll start seeing that I start kind of playing off your momentum. You know what I mean? Like, I'll describe it in a sec. So here's a perfect example. I'm just backing up here, right?
Right.
And so one of the top ways to, I would say, win in this game is to let the effort be put upon you to deal with, right? Because, see, I'm +1 here, and then you move on it. So that allows me to safe. I might be in the weeds here, but in a game where everyone has 200 moves and everything has a million like contingent effects and everything, there's so much shit going on.
Right.
It's way easier to know what's happening if you let, like, how do I say this? If you let the situation arise without trying to force it. You know what I mean? So in my brain, I take this and I'm like, okay, what's something really safe and quick that I can throw out? Now, theoretically, if you did a standing 4, I would have been fucked. But at the same time, it's Tekken 8. A standing 4 on Jin is what, like a heat engage? It's not that bad. It's worth looking for the context, especially in a first to 2. So it works out for me here. Down, whiff, lock. And you can see when I get these frames, I move in, but I don't really do anything. It's a big Tekken 8 thing to like mad dog you the whole time. And so you can see I'm just looking for any kind of movement, any presumed movement that you might make. This is pretty crazy, but you know, you haven't been working off of how do you say, immediate timing as much. So I just go for that because I know you haven't been moving. And so all of this, you can see, even though it's only a couple of interactions, look at your health.
Right, I'm already going down, taking a lot.
Yeah, and so now your health's down, your back's at the wall. I'm in pretty hard control of the scenario, even though I didn't have to do that much.
Right.
And so now I see that, and I'm like, okay, this is a perfect time to start like betting for like a wall combo. You were looking for my down forward 1-4 there probably, which isn't a bad idea, but it just didn't work out. Should have blocked. And so you can see I'm really comfortable eating all of these lows because we have pretty big health pools in this game. Yeah. And so I'm just, whatever, backing up, backing up, backing up. At this point, this is really smart of you, I think. You were thinking he's probably gonna start doing something soon, so start backing up. What would have been good is if you whiff punished or something like that.
Yeah,
but,
if I whiff punished. Eventually I did it, but that was the idea of it. Like, you're gonna start trying to track me there. That's why I wasn't looking at the electric as much. I was looking at the down 4 interaction more.
Yeah,
which I should have been looking at the electric as well. Like it doesn't take that much to just be like, oh, he's actually going on my plus range, right? But
yeah.
Yeah, I was not even looking in that direction, and I should have been. But
and that's fine. Believe me, like everything in this game is hard to apply, right?
Yeah.
But it's just something to look out for. Yeah, because I always say a lot of the damage you get in this game is off the move list, right? The way that you carve out advantage is not literally the moves you do, but you know what happens after them, if that makes any sense.
Interesting.
So like you can see, I'm -5 here. I try to combat that may have been silly of me because it could have completely screwed me, but it didn't, so we're good.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just stuffing you because I know that you're probably getting pretty stressed out. And now I'm like not reacting to lows per se, but because I know that like you're using lows and I'm getting to a point where I actually have to react to them, that's when I start kind of making assumptive crouches. So I can be like, okay, well, a low's gonna come. I don't need that much to kill him. Might as well duck now. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
Good shit. Good shit. I'm mad dogging again. Catch it moving.
The Tekken 8 stuff, the mad dogging. Okay.
Yeah, the mad dogging. Good shit. Good shit. You keep that pressure going. You're probably doing Weiwu into forward 3. While running through rather.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good strat.
That one I wanted to do just because I wanted to see if you'd actually power crush again, just to see what would happen there.
Let's see what happened.
I think you stepped.
Bam.
Or backdash and stuff.
Yep. Good DF1s. Good DF1s. That's good because you remembered I was fighting back after my forward 4-2. Yeah, same thing happens here. I realize, okay, he's probably not going to be doing much after an electric. He's trying to just use the frames in like a broader sense where you're like, okay, now I have advantage. Now I can start to go in and poke. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know, go electric +5 is really good when you're doing immediate timing. But as far as like having enough frames to start like a general pressure, that's when I can stick in the electrics. So that's why I do that.
And I didn't make you afraid to actually do that too, so I wouldn't have even been able to anyways.
Yeah, exactly. I should have done back 2-1 there. Bam, bam. This is just corny bullshit. I do this when I'm checking to see if people are moving generally. And I had enough health to get away with it. Let's see. And so at this point, you can see at the beginning of every round, you start the pressure and you're trying to get me, right? And you're doing a great job of moving. Your movement's really clean, but it doesn't mean too much when the damage isn't getting put out there.
Right, yeah.
Good shit, really good low parry. So what I would do, because that's a max damage combo and that's totally fine, but what I would do is, shoot, can I take control of your character? Let me see. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So da-da, dum-dum. I do this at certain ranges. Let me see if I can get it to actually work for it.
I think there's a retry thing on the bottom.
I have a very fucked up stick, so bam,
okay.
bam. Okay, well, maybe not from that angle, but like generally speaking, do you know about the down 4 ender that leads into plus frame?
It's
Okay,
basically
cool.
guaranteed, yeah.
Yeah. So I would have done that just because at ranges like that, like obviously damage is really important, but you have heat right now. And you can do back 3 into stance into heat burst, or you can just do down forward 4 into his devil step mix from down back 1+2. There's a lot of great ways to like sacrifice, like 10 or 5 damage, but like get another mix at the wall that like the best players in the world, not to say that I am, can't deal with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So good shit, good moves. Just need to hit confirm that for Oki. Bam, bam, and now because you can see I'm at low health now, lower than you. Now I've completely shifted how I have to play.
Right.
See, like I have to take these risks. Yeah. So I look for a whiff, bam, bam. That's minus, but like like shit happens, right? Like I got to do something. It just works out for me.
I didn't expect it, yeah, because that was the first time you'd shown it. I hadn't even thought about that.
It's a pretty good move, especially when people are nervous. Not to say that you necessarily were, but like I won an offline last weekend, and I won just by doing that to a Nina a bunch because he was horny to come back, right? But he just couldn't because that shit came out and hit him.
Right.
So we're scrapping here, and I believe at the beginning of this round, yeah. So again, you're engaging on me a lot, and that's fair. You're looking for a counter hit, right? You're looking for something to give you the momentum that you're looking for. But I know that you know that I know that you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We know our games. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
For what we're looking for.
So I'm just like, okay, thank God I didn't get counter hit by that.
Yeah, you only got hit by like 2 of them on counter hits. That was something.
Bam, bam. I'm looking for momentum. Forward 2 is not just a great whiff punisher, but you can see really high level Jins just are like putting it out like right here. You know what I mean?
Right, just to put it out there. Because if it hits, then the situation goes pretty good for us at least.
And so I'm completely clammed up here, except for right there, because I know you've been using those frames. Good shit. Bam, bam. Looking for something. Bam, bam. I'm like, okay, so you can see the scenario is completely reversed here, and let's talk about how that happened. I'm just looking for something, and so even a little bit of plus frames. I knew you were horny for the wall, right? Like everyone is. It's the wall. And so I was like, okay, he's probably going to play immediate timing here. Worked out. I got a little bit of plus frames. And here's the best part about landing moves in this game. We talk a lot about frames on block, and that's appropriate because frames on block are one of the only ways you can carve out momentum if nobody's doing any damage. But I'm plus 10 after hitting this, right? Like, it's a huge frame advantage in the broad spectrum of things. And so, after doing damage is one of the best times to start going in and doing more damage, especially in similar health scenarios like this, right? Because truly, if you do anything, I get complete damage. That's why I went for a wall running 3 here. You know, great. Like, look at that. That's a huge chunk of damage. I get Oki, and I get to run my mix again. You know, all of that from what is kind of a weak counter hit, which is standing 4 into down forward 1-4. So, carving out momentum should first and foremost be something that, like, where does the game give it to me? You know what I mean? Like, you can be really clever and high level about everything and, like, try to be like, I'm gonna one jab here, sidestep, one jab here, work off those one frames, and then, like, get them so irritated I get a big counter hit. But, you know, that's a T7 thing, I would argue. I played a lot of T7, I love T7, but it's a smaller game. This is a big fucking interaction game. And it's cool as a result. It's just a big interaction game. So you can see here, damn, I move in looking for something, and then I just stopped. I back up just because I take the damage, and I see you're not doing anything. I see you're coming in, kind of a random electric, but electrics are great because you can use them randomly.
Yeah, that's true.
Should have hit confirm that. And so, I think, okay, he's going to come in, and that's the danger of using wave dash in neutral right there. I wasn't even necessarily looking for it, I was just looking for any level of crouching.
Okay.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, it felt like at some point you had a really good timing on just keep out the whole time. You literally, like, would not let me get in, and that's when I started thinking I need to, like, not do that as much anymore.
Exactly. Entrances are very dangerous in this game. They're really good, but they're also one of the only, I guess I'll say this, like, especially in Tekken 8, you're a character entering on you, and you making that fuck up is one of the best ways to play defense. It's not about, I mean, it is a lot about, like, not playing 2 out of frame or not matching, but a lot of good defense in this game is just making their button fuck them up. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So, bam, 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 plus frames. One of the best lows in the game. Bam, 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 bam. Playing a little too much here, but it worked out. You should probably work on hit confirming back 1-2 a little bit. Just because it's one of the best punishers in the game, especially with the wall that you get from it.
Right, yeah.
Alright. And I'm going to stop pausing as much, but tell me how you're feeling. Like, what do you feel? Are you feeling like you're learning something, or do you want anything to be elaborated on?
I feel like I'm learning a good amount. It's one of those things where it's like I keep certain things in mind already. It's just, I guess, yeah, that I hadn't really been using it properly, I guess. And yeah, I mean, as we go, I might find something else to ask about, but as of right now, it makes sense. I didn't even notice that you had been using your plus 10 like that. That interaction, particularly when you used it, I completely had forgotten about that. Had forgotten that happened.
So I would say that people, and especially a lot of the tools to learn Tekken right now that are available online, like especially like when I was trying to get good at the game, I'd watch a lot of like tutorials and explanations and like character overviews and stuff like that. And those are all good, especially when you're learning the rudiments. But when it comes to like push to shove, like how do you optimize? It really, you have to like just go watch games and replays. I watch so many replays and just make assumptions. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be analytical about it, but not analytical in a way that will seize up your own gameplay. Because for me, I used to be like, okay, now to really analyze what's going on here. And what it really did was just slow me the hell down when I was playing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I feel that way too now, where it's like I know so much. I know a lot about like frames, and I know about like interactions, but it's just I'm thinking too much about it. Like, when in reality, you're just doing down 4 magic 4 anyways, right? Like, you're just doing it. Like, it didn't matter. You went off of my down forward 1 or not off my down forward 1, off my down 4, and just went to track me anyways. Like,
and like to me, a good way of thinking about it is like, you know how like, and I'm not to compare playing video games to like real sports necessarily, but like, you know how athletes are like paid millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to play like high level sports, and then like they talk and they sound like idiots? It's because they're not talking to themselves through it. They're putting it in their muscles. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like all the analysis kind of has to happen away from the game when you are playing. And like speed kicks is kind of annoying, but I agree with him. Like you don't have time to be clever in this game. You know what I mean? Like I kept doing down forward, down four, standing four because it was working. And the moment it would stop working, like you ducking and killing me for it, I'm just gonna stop doing it. End of discussion. You know what I mean? That's where like it becomes more simple to like really work off of what's happening rather than what could happen. Do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. So yeah, entry on me again. You don't go into stance, which is fine. Blah blah blah. Yeah. And so here's where like I play off of immediate timing off of down fours a lot because I mean down twos because especially like let me see. Yeah, let me see. So like right here, that would have just clipped that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that wall rising move right there. I don't think it tracks to his right. Yeah, wall rising 1-3 back.
Oh yeah. I think it doesn't track to the left because I tried stepping right at one point and it did clip me.
Yeah, but it does interrupt anything that they can try to do, and especially the second hit, as you saw right there. Like I go for a lot of sidestep electrics, especially when people aren't using their plus frames, because one, if I end up clipping them, they're dead. I get a huge combo. And two, if I don't end up clipping them, all of a sudden they had got some damage off on me, but they don't really have an advantage now. Now I have the advantage and I can play around with it, right? So it's usually a good idea to do stuff like that. One sec. So bad at using this fucking system.
Yeah, it's hard to use.
It's finicky, especially when you're working off of a stick. All right, so bam, yeah. I catch you because you wave dash out of it, which I love wave dash on Jin, but I usually use it a little bit more off of Oki rather than like in the neutral because he doesn't have the best wave dash mix. His poking is better than his wave dash mix and a lot safer.
Yeah, that is true.
So bam, 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 bam. Looking for something. Nice. Nice.
Yep. We're just jousting the whole time.
This is good. This is like good. You slowed down.
Yeah, that's when I realized like I needed to slow down and just be a little bit more comfortable letting some things happen. And then I found
beautiful forward four.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I would have used heat, but it's fine. Shit happens. I certainly beef a lot of combos.
Okay.
This is one of the problems with the mirror, is that like I know what you're going for, you know what I'm going for, so it's hard to say too much about like wall pressure. I just was like, especially with down forward one, that is the primary thing I'm looking for versus another Jin, especially when my back's to the wall. And like you were obviously looking for it too, but it's down forward 1-4. It's meant to be a pretty safe move to kind of spam, and so instead of looking to like duck it, I just take the advantage and run away.
Because I also
see, I'm just getting away from the wall.
Right, because if anything, I mean the high's -9, mid's -12. If anything, if you don't duck it right, -9 take a turn back. Because what the hell am I gonna do at -9? And if you block the mid punish, no need to play the mind game.
Same thing. Yeah. Mine just came out of frame earlier, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's see. And so again, entry on me, which is fine, but it's what I'm using in a way because bam, bam, bam. I wanted the cool combo, but I didn't get the high flat.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that.
And then the 1-3, hadn't even seen.
Yeah. That. And so like let me go to practice mode to show you some stuff if that's cool. Because I feel like we've talked through the replays enough and you get the idea. There we go.
Does that automatically go in?
Yeah, I set it up so I don't have to like choose a character every 5 seconds.
That's kind of cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
It saves me a lot of time. Listen, I played a lot of T7. I don't like fucking loading screens.
Yeah, that shit sucked. Oh, that's
so for wave dash mixes, really quick, this is usually where I use them. Like, depending on my opponent, obviously, like I will do like the errant like into their face, especially if I want to just skeeve them out. You'll see Kudons do that a lot, just like skeeve them out, but they don't really use it. What I'm actually looking for when they do it is not to literally apply like anything like that, because Jin doesn't have the best version of that. What I'm doing is I'm trying to freak them out and get them to poke me a little bit, and so that's why I thought the bam. Like, it really is just like, hey, maybe I'll do something thing. I never really go for like the full Monty. But what I really wanted to show you is where to apply the wave dash mix. One of the best enders Jin has, in my opinion, for combos, is back 2-1, because you get a whopping 31 frames after you fucking put him on the ground, which is so huge in a game where it's hard to carve out objective advantage. So, bam, bam. And then I'm in his face and he's still deciding when to get up, right?
Right.
And like playing around with that, it's really important, because all of a sudden, if you're like in a first to two especially, a lot of people don't have time to like think, okay, maybe I'll just eat the wave dash mix. But what they will end up doing is, let me see if I can change his getup. Let's get up. Yeah, let's try recovery kick. Jinzoki is so much better in this game than it was in any other Tekken game.
Oh yeah.
So wave dash. So they'll start maybe kicking, just trying to interrupt the wave dash mix. And so what I like to do is bam bam, pause. Oh fuck, I got the wrong knockdown.
But yeah, you were gonna launch with CD1, yeah.
Yeah, launch with CD1, or one of my favorites, raw ass 442, especially when you have heat.
Right. I think I did that literally like yesterday to somebody. Yeah, that not off the back 2-1. Well, maybe off the back 2-1. I don't remember how I got them to the wake up situation, but I did get them there.
Yeah, you get the idea there.
Setup. Yeah.
And so, let me think. What I also noticed, again, like one of the more important parts of like making sure you don't die in this game is thinking of your standing block as a shield, right? Like, especially when you're like right here, nobody has real advantage. What should you try to do? Like, really good players will clam up. They'll play like in this space, and they're trying to like vie for a whiff. Then maybe they're faking something to make a whiff come out. They're punishing a lot. Let's see if I can get my P2 electrics on point. Fucking A. There we go. You go for like an electric whiff, like the first form of defense is always seeing if your opponent's the type to fuck up a lot, right? And fucking up in this game is really as much as just like, like whiffing something like that, whiffing something like that, whiffing something like that. And you don't always need to get like the biggest punish out of it, but like you'll see I got a lot of this just because on hit, let me see, I fucked up one of my buttons. If I get that, I'm +6 in your face, and in the same vein of like getting that, that's enough that I can actually kind of go for a wave dash mix, That's enough where I can actually like check their movement with one of those really safe. That's enough where bam bam, if I'm really feeling my oats and I think it's to the, can't remember.
Yeah, they go to the left, yep.
Yeah, and so like, think of it as less like making an assumption based on your opponent's gameplay and like their behavior after block, and more like, how can I soften them up? I put them in the microwave for 30 seconds. How can I make it so like if this opponent is playing super well, how can I just absolutely destroy them for like just standing there? You know what I mean?
Right.
Bam, bam, bam. Just looking for reactions, even if they're not like great reactions or like huge combo like killer like 4-4 counter hit interactions.
Like
just like stress them out. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and when what will get some sort of reaction out of them. And after how many?
Yeah, exactly.
I like to kind of, sometimes when I do it, I like to count for like down 4s, down forward 1s, like how many times can I poke them before they actually try to do something about it.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, bam, bam. And like, if somebody's letting you do this, like, a lot of people will be like, oh my god, you have great, like, offensive timing. And it's like, no, man, I'm just trying to get you to freak out.
Yeah,
I'm just
literally.
trying to get you to get pissed, because, like, the moment you get pissed in this game is the moment you try to take that advantage back. And, like, one of the things that makes Jin so fun to me is the fact that you can do stuff like this in sidestep, you know?
Right.
Sidestep, electric.
He has so many moves, yeah, that you can work off of and create a situation that you can step and do something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know as well as I do, is that he's kind of like in one of the most specific mixes of risk and reward in this game. You know, he's not quite Dragunov, where the reward is always a little bit higher than the risk, but he's not like fucking Kazuya, where you die if you guess right? Like, he is kind of in between, and the fun part is that you can go into modes of determining what kind of risk reward you want. Like, I could just do this all day, and it'll actually work out. Yeah. Or, depending on the opponent, I can do that all day. It depends on the character, too, you know? Like, sometimes you want to be more in the pocket, especially against, like, Fakumram, where you just don't want him to fucking breathe, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I do recognize that, too, where he can kind of mix risky stuff and mix small stuff. Like, he always kind of has some way to mix you, depending on the risk level you want to take, I feel like. And that's, I also, at one point, I remember I learned how to do, like, down back 4s and down 4s at a wave boost, because it would be helpful for that. At least I felt like it. It's hard as hell to do, though, but I eventually learned it. Yeah, there's a way. I think if you, like, right after, the down back 4 is easier, I feel like. But then again, I also play on cross-up, so it makes my life a little easier. Yeah.
Respect it, cheater. Respect it.
Dude, I had to get my first stick like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, and I was like, man, am I gonna spend 200 on a Convo City, or am I gonna spend 250 on a cross up? Like, it made no sense to me not to.
Don't buy Convo stuff. I mean, I think that they're a little overrated. I think that Hitbox has really great build quality. Anything they put out, really.
That's why I got a cross up. So.
Yeah, good idea. I got an AFS like custom enclosure just because I hate dedicating myself to certain things. But I got a new Korean lever, and it was one of the wide collar ones. And I did this really ugly Dremel job to open the hole up so the high collar could fit through. It's cool.
Yeah, I got mine and I kept it stock for a while, but then I realized the Japanese lever and the stock Sanwa buttons were like complete cheeks. So I had to.
I hate Japanese levers for Tekken. Yeah,
they're so bad.
Horrible.
Eventually I got a knee lever Neo, and then I changed the buttons out later on too. I like completely modded it myself because it felt so much better after. But
I had the knee lever Neo for a really long time. I think it's a great stick. It just fatigues the fuck out of my wrist. I think it's way too stiff. I got a Fusion Zero now with a lighter grommet, and it has a perfect amount of like. I'm blocking without like feeling like I really have to strain my wrist to do anything.
Interesting. Because I know I've definitely destroyed my wrist a little bit over this.
Oh yeah, same. I have this thing called a TheraBand, and I twist it, and it exercises and stretches the small tendons in my wrist, and it has saved my life. All right.
Interesting.
So we went over a lot, and I've been ranting a lot. It's because I'm autistic about this game. Is there anything that you want me to go over specifically or anything like that?
Not at the moment, I'd say. I feel like I get it. I just have to... Usually I have my game recording, so I could listen to what we spoke about and kind of test it later. I have some stuff on my mind, of course, but, you know, just to write it down. I find better when I write things down and read them that I interpret them a little better.
Yeah,
but,
But, no, that's totally real.
But... yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's helpful, because I feel like I look at this game sometimes a little bit wrong in some aspects. Like, I do make sure that on-block frames are important, as always, right?
Yes,
but hit frames are very important as well, and
100%.
It's about, like, at least where my thing came from, where it's like you were willing to do the down 4 into Magic 4. I sometimes just get too nervous about what could, and I don't.
Yep.
And
yeah,
and you did it without even thinking. And I think that's something that I need to also kind of adapt to my plan, is that I need to stop, I guess, playing that respectful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like you have good defense and you have good movement, but none of that matters much if you die. And
Right.
so what I've had a lot of luck doing is that, like, and this is the kind of mentality that I've had, especially, is that T7 was less of a game designed by devs and more of a game figured out by players. This is a game that is designed by devs, right? They want you to press. They want you to go mad dog on a motherfucker. They want you to just move in and kill. And there is a lot of ways to avoid that. But, and one of the fun parts about Jin, as we just talked about, is that you get to define their behaviors, because these are small frames. They're just enough that you have advantage, but they're not so little, so much that you're like, oh, if this was like +9 or something on hit, of course it would make sense to throw out another thing. But it's not always a good idea. Right, it's a good idea to bam, 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 or bam, 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 or bam, bam, bam. It all depends on the scenario and the player. But it's not an overarching solution, per se, to get these frames. All it is a momentum suggestion. All it is you have to do something after it. Like, depending on the opponent and depending on how they behave, especially if they're more pulled in and they're not throwing stuff out, I'm doing this and I'm backing up, because they might like do something, or I'm sidestepping because sidestepping is so good, or I'm sidewalking, and then maybe they start throwing a homing move out to catch one of those options. Then I will start doing the standing 4. But for you, I noticed that you weren't fighting back that much. Or when you were fighting back, it was like right there or something like that. There's just like categories of players and how your opponent's character functions that you need to watch out for. That's like... Because Jin is not... He's a difficult character. I think he's more difficult than people realize, especially if you want to play him competitively. Because... Yes, of course you can be a fucking mad dog and go like...
Go crazy and
bam,
do
bam,
whatever, yeah.
Bam, bam, bam. But if Tekken is about maximizing your reward and minimizing your risk, this could get me killed at the wall. 100%. This could get me killed at the wall. This... It's actually pretty safe. But,
yeah.
Like, it's all about playing with the kind of opponent your opponent thinks you are, and making really small decisions off of that. And when I'm doing this, I'm not thinking, oh, I bet he's the kind of person that would press here, I should sidestep electric. All I'm doing is just trying out kind of like a handful of tools in my tool bag and seeing what sticks until one does. And if it's not sticking, maybe I lose. Or if it's not sticking, I just think, okay, he's the kind of guy that just is fine with taking damage. I gotta get him to a point where he can't be fine with taking damage. You know what I mean? Like, it's on you to be adaptable to them as much as it is on them to be adaptable to you. It's a 2-player game, right? And so there's no one-size-fits-all solution, but you can certainly start trying to fuck with the limitations of what their responses are, right?
Right.
So, all of this is a long-winded way of saying fuck with them. Just confuse them.
Yeah, fuck with them.
Yeah. Without hanging yourself, fuck with them.
Right, yeah, because we're not going to get something like some other characters have where they can just lock you down into a mix. Some characters lock you down hard. I feel like there's certain moves in this game that shouldn't be doing that for everybody.
Completely agree.
But yeah, that it'll happen too often. Like I could think of like I remember Law's slide mix was kind of unstoppable. I think, right? It's like he did like a the forward.
Law makes me want to kill myself.
yeah, and then I think Gasu has the same thing too off of down 1, something similar, where her while standing 3 and her full crouch down forward 4 also you just kind of have to take that guess no matter what. It's
100%.
So stupid, but
it's really stupid, yeah. Like, a lot of the offense... Yeah, sorry, you go.
Yeah, and we don't have that, so we have to really play off of our +3, because our +3 is, while yes, +3, it really isn't always that plus. It depends, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that about this game. It's just, I think, at least I think when I'm looking at this, right, I think too much about like what could happen, because now we're inclined to actually press, because get off me tools aren't like, Magic 4 and Tekken 7 counter hit launches you, right?
Yep.
That
Yeah,
changed so much about this game, I feel like.
totally,
And it
totally.
it it already, just that change alone, I feel like already made Tekken more aggressive, because you could actually poke without risking exploding for it.
Exactly. That was the idea behind Magic 4 removals, right?
Yep. And then they gave everybody that that stuff, the unsteppable mixes, and I'm just like, well, that really sucks, because it's just, you kind of just have to take that shit sometimes. Kind of just have to
Yeah,
hold it, and it sucks.
100%. And it sucks. It really does. But I had the exact same issue for a really, really long time. And what you realize is that Tekken 8 is not a game, and Tekken generally is not a game about like, because like pros, if everything was solvable, right? Like, and everything was like, come on. Oh, I forgot. I need to rehook that button in there. But if everything was solvable, then pros would just be like over and over. They just do like, that's when you would get that like kind of like style of Tekken where it's just like poking, because you can't option select things like you could in older Tekken games, right? Like you just can't, objectively. Like there are some states that the only solution to it is avoiding getting there in the first place. And a really like handy mentality to have is not how do I deal with what my opponent is going to throw at me when we get there, and more what is this guy looking for and how can I stop him from doing it. That's one of Jin's huge strengths. If we're playing at this range, what can Law do? Not that much, right? He can't do that much. It's when we're right here and you're getting tortured and diddled for fucking standing still that
Right.
the problems arise, right? So don't interact here against Law. Get back here, because now he only has running in, which you can forward for,
Right.
or do something like that, checking him running forward, or he's going to slide mix. And so now slides are not reactable, right? Especially when it's like Dragon Hammer into slide.
Yeah.
But now that you're not thinking about 80 moves and slide potentially coming out, you're thinking about 3 moves and slide potentially coming out. Now you can be like, oh, that looks like a slide, and going for this and blocking and launching off of that. That is, to me, a huge part of Tekken 8. Speedkicks made a video about it, and he called it Chaos Zones, which I thought was a really stupid way of saying what can fuck you up at what ranges, right?
Right.
It's why characters like Brian are so incredible, right? Like, Brian has great pokes, great counter hit tools, great damage, great plus unblock shit, and the moment you're at this range against him, you have to worry about this, and you have to worry about this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all of this fucking sucks, and the only real solution is stepping or ducking, you know what I mean? Or like interrupting, but even then he gets a fucking full counter hit, whatever, I don't want to get mad. But
yeah, trust me, I've had my battles with this character too.
Yeah, but I actually have, I think, a 70% win rate against Brian's on ranked right now. Just because I know what they're looking for, right? 99% of Brian's are using what the game gave them out of the box, because it's really good, right? But the moment you have an idea of what they're going for is the moment that Brian becomes a way worse character. Bam, bam. Like, this becomes duckable once you know that they're kind of vying for it. This becomes less scary because now you know that something will come off of it. And if something doesn't come after this, that's when you can just start fighting back. It's about what's happening on screen combining with your knowledge of what could potentially happen. You know what I mean? And playing with the expectations of their momentum. Because a lot of people in this game, again, I hate to use the term layers because I feel like sometimes it gets like kind of in the weeds, but like, Layer 1 is a really powerful layer in this game. The tools that they were given and designed to use are good. That is a design choice by the Tekken 8 devs. It's up to you to determine how do I get around that Layer 1 and get them to start playing without thinking about like, oh, I'm just going to use, this plus frame that they gave me. Do you have Xiaoyu problems?
Not particularly, thanks to ATV, but...
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot, yeah. I was going to use Xiaoyu as an example on matchup knowledge, but if you know the drill there, you know the drill there.
Yeah, just a lot of
Steve! I guess I should ask, what's a matchup you have difficulty with?
Hate Lily.
Oh, dude, I have a really high win rate against Lily.
I can't stand that character. My best matchup is Elisa, and I cannot stand Lily.
You need to coach me on Elisa foot.
Yeah, so this is the craziest thing, but the first person that ever taught me how to play Tekken was an Elisa player. She's really good. She's from my area, and we're from the area where, like, Pennsylvania, New Jersey kind of area, and Tai is around our area. And
let's go.
We've played him before, and she's taken, like, I think she took a game on him once, which is impressive because I've seen people like Speaker who can't even get around one, and she was really good. So I went to her for advice at first, and she beat me so many times. I don't think I could lose to a bad Elisa anymore. I really don't think I can anymore. But
that's it. No, that's fair.
Yeah, it's the only reason why I'm good at that matchup. Had that not been, I'd have probably not liked it too. Probably not. But yeah, she can be frustrating sometimes. But I feel like I've seen everything.
No, that's real. Like, it was like in TNS the other week, and I almost beat Cuddlecore for top 8, and like I was doing well, and I felt good about like my matchup knowledge with the character. Then she just crushed my forward 4 with a fucking like safe launcher, and I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, that can be difficult to deal with sometimes.
But for Lily, I could see why you would have difficulty against her, because she's someone that like fucks your timing up. You know what I mean? But thankfully, the vast majority of Lilies are really dependent on shit like this, or whatever her like new. Did she have like the?
I can't remember.
Whatever her new move is like. What is it? Is it forward? Whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
I think
they go into mix a lot. Yeah.
You're talking about the is it the one that guarantees the heat engager on hit or something?
No, it's the new one they added in season 3 that like puts her into stance on block. It's like a really quick poke.
I can't remember.
Regardless, Lily's. I feel like Jin has a great matchup against Lily. Because what are they good at? Stepping and fucking your timing up. Because now the immediate timing that you get really used to on like pokes don't work. They just don't work anymore. And the biggest, one sec.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There's this one string that she has. It's heat engaging, but like I parry the fuck out of this character. It's very realistic, and 3. Yeah, you know what's up. That is one of the easiest things to like just parry on Jin.
Yep.
Yeah. With this move, you know what I was talking about? Like, yes, it's +4.
Right.
Oh my god, it's -10. You have to eat this mix, like you just objectively do. I think this is like a ridiculously like. Oh man, I can't even record right now. I need to fix my button. But this is only like 11 on block or something ridiculous like that.
It's
right?
-12 on block, yeah.
-12, yeah. It's so good for how little risk it is. And then down 2's -14. Kill yourselves. Anyways,
right. Like, oh man, this character.
She's really good.
Yeah,
but
nobody wants to hear it. But
the best part of her is not her pokes. Like, this is all pretty generic and all right, I guess, you know? But it does kind of carry a level of risk. You can't just poke with Lily and expect to win. She does have to take risks. Like, off of this, she has all of these, and all of these, I think it's 1+2, yeah. All of these are kind of risky, because in order to take advantage and actually harm you for, like, eating this beyond the original... How much damage is that? Fucking 23, whatever, I don't want to get mad. But, this entrance, Lilies are greedy as hell. They are such greedy characters because they are always looking for something. They're always trying to get their immediate timing up. They're always trying to like enter like this, you know what I mean? And so, kind of like Xiaoyu, I would say, maybe more of like a poke heavy Xiaoyu. You have to. It's an obstacle course rather than somebody that you can outsmart with like frames, right? Like at this range, like we just talked about, all she can do is like that fucking annoying backflip that she has. Let me see, I think it's forward. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that thing that just always wants to hit.
Yeah, she has that. I think it's a wall running input. I can't remember. It's one of her lows, right? Like.
Oh, I
something
think.
Like
oh,
the slide in.
Yeah,
it's counter hit launches.
Is it full crouch down 4-3? I feel like it or something like that. I feel like it's.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you're right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then she gets that out of her slither. All right. But yeah, like you can't do that much here, and you can actually do a lot to her. And so now, if you think, okay, she's like, if you get to this range and you make sure that you're like not like contingent on her pokes, then she kind of has to enter with like weird shit, right? Like in order to like, she can't step and attack at the same time. So getting her under stepping, I've always felt a great way to do it is just to like take the health lead, especially against her, lame her out a little bit, and then she starts activating with stuff like that. That's when you can start doing the reactive 1-2s, the 2-1s. Forward 4 is especially good if you're feeling gutsy. And when she starts looking for that kind of thing, when she starts stepping to the left or the right, trying to like fuck with you for doing that, that's when you start doing the super buttons, like back forward 2-3, back forward 2. Back forward 2-3 is the best anti-Lily move in the game. Obviously, it's still steppable to one side, but it's a side that you're going to eat an electric for, right? And so you can play immediate timing on her, especially if you're getting big fucking buttons off on her, or you're forcing her to make the decision, independent of blocker hit frames, to move, trying to get to like fuck you over, right? And so it becomes kind of like the Xiaoyu matchup where it's like, I'm not going to fall for your tricks. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to pull my punches until I abso-fucking-lutely have to. And then the moment you start trying to do the sidestep Matterhorns or the sidestep this or the whatever, or like trying to catch me stepping or like counter hit me, that's when you have to start doing the back. Like this is awesome because it jails on hit, right?
Right.
And that's huge. You're +6 in front of them, and if they try to do anything after that, you can catch them with another one. You can catch them with one of those, one of these. You can catch them with a down back 4. You know, anything that will just say, hey, there's no objective answer here for you, you know? Like, it's not a perfect solution, but it's a 2-player game. You're going to get hit by stuff, but it's a more advantaged scenario than trying to, like, do, like, hey, because she can step and launch all that shit. And it's certainly more advanced scenario than just letting her bowl you over with like forward 4 and back turn mixes like that. Because again, like while there is a really, how do I say this? The reason I was able to play defense against you is because Jin doesn't have stuff like this, right? Jin doesn't have just like, he has Zen, but in order to make Zen useful, you actually have to hit them first, right? Like every Zen option is option selectable somehow through any of his block entrances, right? Lily, even if you like off of a low, she gets a great mix. Off of the new whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, whatever the move is. Yeah.
Yeah, like even on block, that's a good move. You know,
Yeah.
So like if you try to like wait and make reads off of that tighter like up close stuff, she's just going to kill you because eventually it's designed to eventually break you open because none of it has an objective option select. All you can do against Lily is say, fuck that game. I'm not going to play that. When you play that, I'm going to make some guesses on the entrances, but then like a lot of them love to hang themselves with that. A lot of them love to hang themselves with something like that. A lot of them get impatient. It's just an impatient style of play. VDX described it as like, she's like a spoiled girl who doesn't care about consequences, right? Because there are consequences to these mixes. You just have to force them to be in your favor. Because if you're like going like this and trying to fight back, you're mixing yourself for her. You know, she gets these things quickly. So you really have to just like be on point and like expose the flaws in the game plan while not allowing yourself to be in the advantage state that she wants, which is like right here, stepping, playing really hard to get. You know what I mean? That's my Lily idea.
Interesting. Yeah. Never thought about it like that because I didn't really think too much about having to push her away because I do get it. Like, she does have those kinds of buttons that it's just a one button, now guess type of button.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Those kinds of buttons suck. But I guess that might have... Yeah, but I guess I never really brought that mentality to her. Like, I would bring it to, like Leo forward 4 is a one button mix immediately. And while, yeah, you could dick punch or whatever and kind of force him to do certain things, yeah, but...
Leo's broken.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm not hearing anything about like a top 15. No, come on, like this character can do anything. He can do anything.
Yeah. I think he's an incredible character that is totally slept on. One of my team members and one of my training partners plays an incredible Leo. He got 9th place at Frosty and almost beat Shadow 20Z this year. But he's really good, but he is dependent on this kind of thing, you know? And against Jin, it's one of Jin's best matchups, or like Jin is one of his best matchups. Like, it's really easy because everything crushes. He plays in the pocket without risking anything, and then he has a lot of shit out here too. Like, Yeah. Like when we get out here, like he can just fucking safe AOP mid launch you for 1,000,000 health, then you're at the wall, then you have to deal with his stance and his heat. He is really difficult. Yeah, I have big time Leo issues. You just have to hope that they're bad at the game, which is usually true, but if they're not, you're fucked.
I tend to look for at least with that character, I don't think he has a power crush out of forward 4. So I just dick punch until he starts doing the only thing that can beat it, which is the hot pick thing.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's the only thing that can beat it. Unless, and here's the worst thing in the world, his heat. He can use his heat smash.
Oh yeah,
and it beats the dick jab.
That
makes me so fucking mad, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Restart.
Yeah, but to be fair, heat smash doesn't last the whole time. If he burns it, then it's kind of like back to playing that game again, you know?
Oh, for sure. But then, like, for the entirety of his heat, I'm scared of doing this. You know, it depends on the health, obviously.
Depends on the health, yeah.
But like, but like, because now he can guarantee I'm not going to do anything. Or mostly guaranteed. I'm just eating lows and eating on like more plus frames and like, I hate this fucking character so much.
No, yeah, I do. That's just usually how I like to deal with him though, because if anything, keep out with down 4, I guess sometimes just for the hell of it, and then just in case he decides to pull I'm just gonna crush your entire character thing. And apart from that, just make him hate using forward 4 with the dick punch. And well, obviously when he's in heat, different story, right? Because, you know, that character he just kind of cheats anyways. But,
literally, I don't like Leo at all.
But yeah, that's at least how I start to deal with him. I don't particularly struggle with him, but yeah.
Yeah, just wait until you get a guy at your local that plays Leo.
Oh yeah, that'd suck.
But yeah, let me think. That's kind of everything I have to say for now. I hope it was helpful. I was just kind of ranting, but cool.
It was very helpful. I don't know if there was anything else you wanted to do, because I know you said we'd go over that, but then we went to the training, and then we'd go into more matches or something. But
yeah, I want to play a quick first of 3.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, and don't like stiff yourself up. That sounded weird. Pause. Don't get like too like pulled back trying to apply things. Just kind of let your brain run and do what feels natural, and don't let yourself stutter.
Right, yeah, just kind of play and just get it on, right?
Yeah, alright, I invited you.
Thank you. Alright, let's see how this goes. I appreciate the advice thus far. It's been really helpful, honestly.
Of course. I love talking shop.
Yeah.
It also helps to remind me, because I just moved into a new place, and so I haven't been able to play as much as I'd like, and it's a really good mental exercise.
I guess, yeah. I might have to... I mean, if you're fine with me asking again at some point...
Yeah, of course, bro. If you're interested, we have a big Discord. I can see if I can get you in because they've been persnickety about who's allowed to be in. But we're always talking shop. We're always playing sets, and we're always just trying to improve.
Yeah, that'd be really helpful.
Oh, this is fucked.
Oh boy.
I fucking hate this stage.
Yeah, nothing ever goes right. Or something like that.
That is objectively true.
Okay. Okay. Okay, good.
Ah, so close.
So close.
Should have gone for the heat dash.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah, nice.
No problem. I don't know why I said no problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Round 3. Fight.
Well, I did not mean to do that. Oh, alright. Okay. Okay.
Oh shit.
Ah, yeah. Very nice.
Thank you. Try doing some more immediate timing. You get the damage, but then it dissipates. You know,
Right.
Damage is an opportunity, especially if it's not a low, is a great opportunity to just kick their feet out from under them.
Right.
Round 1. Fight.
Shit. Mariachi band this past time I went.
Oh,
Nice.
I messed it up. That's okay.
It happens.
Nice. Okay.
Round 2. Fight.
That's the advantage of the wave dash. It attaches me, right?
Right, yeah.
Oh.
Never seen it used like that. You're like the first person I've ever seen you actually use that for back.
I looked at that wholesale from CBM.
That's fair.
And
I
Raya.
think I've seen CVM go for it too, and I was like, that's interesting. I didn't know if that actually like what's it straight up a mix or not.
It really is. It's like it's hard to describe, but it's really good. It's kind of like how we used that in season 1.
Ah.
Beautiful. Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Reading momentum instead of like just like trying stuff, right?
Right.
Because you knew, like I said, low health. I don't really have that many options.
Yep. You had to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing that time.
Nice, good.
Oh fuck! I ran out of heat.
Oh fuck! Me too.
Okay. Ah, I tried to interrupt it. I don't know why I didn't. I thought I could get to it in time.
A lot of people like to use it, and it is like not the best, but like truly, there's nothing that can really happen out of that stance on block that's super scary. You know, it looks scarier than it actually is.
Right.
It's very
scary.
If
but
you
not...
know Kaplurf, it's very Kaplurfy, and he's a great player. He plays a lot different than I do, but he loves that kind of shit, and it's just like the risk to it is a little crazy.
Yeah, the risk is too much. That's why I don't usually go for that stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
See that? I was just kind of doing sidestep block.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, I got myself away from the wall.
Yep. I noticed it.
And that's where standing 4 at the wall comes in really handy, because it's still wall splits too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we got really lucky with that. Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I did it down back 3 instead.
No, not what I wanted, but good punch.
Thank you.
Believe me, it happens every time. One of my least favorite matches is the chin mirror. Because I get caught by shit like that.
Yeah, yep. Surprisingly, I always thought it was weird for me to not like my own going against my own character.
I hate it. I hate it, dude. It's so annoying because I'm thinking, because I have the same problem where it's like, what could potentially happen? I know too much, you know? Like,
right.
Against Lee, I'm like, I don't really know what'll happen, but I do want to hurt him.
That's fair. I just have that problem with everybody. I spent too much time on this game. I know what everybody wants. It's just really friggin' hard to manage all of it.
100%. But, like, I also notice you don't do that many lows out of, like, stance, and it is dangerous, but, like, truly, the game is balanced where, like, the advantage you get out of stance is still just as relevant as, like... I'll call you in a second.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, you waited it out.
Nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You see how my health coded my...
Your actual...
Like, comfort with not doing anything? Yeah.
Yeah, right. You did something that time. Oh, yeah. I fell for it. I've been doing that to people too.
It was a little douchey of me, but I'll take it.
Nah, it'll happen. I've done it to other people. It's fair. It'll happen.
All right. I could, even in this scenarios, and obviously it's a crazy map, but you did a lot better. Like, truly. We can play one more if you'd like. But
yeah, I mean, I'm down for it. Yeah.
Rock and roll.
All right. And thank you. I appreciate the help.
Of course, man.
Yeah,
Love talking shop.
Of course. I really feel like you also kind of see things similar to me.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
like, because I know exactly what the feeling. You're like, how could I kill this person without taking any risk whatsoever? And it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. I'm going to have to just
like
take
that.
it.
Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I got comboed there. I shouldn't have done that. And down 4 at the wall is pretty innocent, you know? It's just a fighting game, and people have to take advantage back. There's no solving it. It's just measuring your risk, especially in this game.
Measuring your risk and tuning it to your opponent.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that'll work too for now. Thank you.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. I'm actually.
I'm playing off of kind of like informal pressure there, you know?
Right.
The idea that you won't do anything there is a lot stronger than like what I actually get. See? I can do it too.
Right. Oh, very nice. Oh, didn't get the wall.
Nice.
Did not get to the dash block in time. That was good.
Yeah, it's you know, like 1 frame rollback too. Like happens to everybody.
Yeah. Very nice.
That's a really good move too, obviously, to just keep the pressure on, especially at the wall.
Yeah, I need to use those more. At some point I was, and then I don't know when I stopped. Nice. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
oh.
That's unfortunate. I really hate that pickup. I don't know why I even tried that sometimes. Okay. Oh, dang! That's good.
Yeah.
Round 4. Fight.
Okay.
And right there is a total, like, I know that he knows, so I know situation, where I was like, he knows he has frames there, and he's trying to use them, but I can fight back against them. But at the same time, if he knows that next time, if I sidestep, oh, nice. That's a whip punish and death.
Yep. Oh, yeah. You got me on that. Ooh, nice. I didn't even... Never thought about that. Yeah.
Please work. That'd be so swag.
No,
It's not gonna kill, but it's gonna look good.
It's gonna look good.
It's gonna look good.
That was good. It was a good pickup. I can't even lie.
Whoa!
Yeah, that'll...
That killed.
Yeah, it killed. I've gotten hit with that enough times, and have done it enough times to know that that's definitely... That got me. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
It was either one or...
All right.
Oh, that
GG's,
was...
bro.
Okay. GG's,
Yeah.
homie. Thank you. I appreciate